I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Thom Underwood. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing amazing. It's so nice to talk to you tonight.
Hey, it's a great pleasure to connect with you as well, Thom. What part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sweet. And which of your talents that you've been operating in do you think is responsible for us connecting at this particular point in time?
Well, I think it's through my podcast.
Yeah.
And the podcast and the PDC, the boys at the PDC.
Yeah.
I just found you through there, and they actually recommended I contact you. So here we are.
Yeah, they're amazing, right?
They're a good bunch of guys. Yeah. I appreciate them and their all they've done for my show.
Yeah.
And
they have
all the knowledge they give.
Yeah. Now, who are you speaking of specifically at PDC?
Scott was the original one I talked to, and Anthony.
Yeah.
And then I'm Cody. I don't know if you know Cody, but Cody is part of my podcast editing team because I don't have the time to do that.
Sweet, which is cool. Anthony is definitely the guy that I've connected with. He supported me tremendously on this journey. The first time I set out to do 1,509 conversations, got to 1,001, but he was there supporting all the way through. Yeah, PDC, again, Podcast Discovery Center for those that are listening on Facebook. It's a Facebook group for podcasters. Really amazing stuff there. Thom just gave a testimonial.
Yeah, I mean, it's Anthony's a great guy, and Scott, of course. I, however, wish Scott would shave that beard, but that's between me and Scott.
Yeah. That is great. So who did you learn the skill of so let's say the name of your podcast first, Thom.
The Rebel Health Coach.
Yeah. So who did you learn that skill from? The rebel side.
The rebel side came naturally, buddy. The rebel side came naturally. I'm a rebel without a cause.
Yeah. Well, I got to listen to the podcast. A lot of amazing information. You had a young lady on that was talking about her homeschooling experience. I love the diet when she said she moved the D and it was edit instead of diet, right?
It's a fantastic book.
Yeah. Amazing conversation. You are great at this.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I try hard. It's been a year.
Yeah.
November 30th will be a 1-year anniversary for my podcast.
Hey, well, this would be released around that time, so definitely we can say congratulations on your 1 year.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's been a journey. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than people think it is.
Yeah, I think even like in the Caribbean, piracy is a big. In the world, piracy is a big thing, right? And when I started, so I've produced albums. So I've produced the music, a CD for my mother, right?
Okay.
And the work first I did 3 songs. First I did 1 song. The work that it took, I started buying music. Like I could not do piracy again because the value that an individual has to put in to produce 1 song.
Exactly.
It's really saddening
to
see it being pirated. So but tell me, my friend, the year has passed. Why will you continue to repeat this skill of being that rebel for health?
Here's my story a little bit. I started out, I've teeter-tottered all my life in weight and health. And in 2007, I found myself about 290 pounds. And I was pre-diabetic, and I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all the stuff that goes along with the weight gain. And I changed myself, and I changed my journey, and then I put myself through school to learn how to help other people rid themselves of disease with natural remedies or without the use of drugs. So I just finished school in July and got my certification in applied functional medicine.
Wow, congratulations. Wow.
And now I am working on growing my business to help other people. And the Rebel Health Coach kind of fits in. And I was duly named the Rebel Health Coach by a group of women at a health coaching summit. I was at actually 2 years ago. I met these ladies, and they dubbed me the Rebel Health Coach because I have tattoos and I smoke cigars and I drink bourbon. And so they were like, you don't fit this mold. And I'm like, you're right, I don't, because I believe that you should still allow yourself to enjoy some of the things in life, like a good cigar and a good bourbon. And so they dubbed me the Rebel Health Coach, and it stuck. And here I am today doing it as a podcast. And I'm a small fish in a big pond of the health in my realm, because there's doctors and there's a lot of doctors in this health realm and nutrition realm and wellness realm as doctors and chiropractors. And I'm a very small fish in this pond, but I am also hitting people that don't listen to the big guys. So I continue to do this because I reach people at a different level than some of the doctors and the chiropractors and the other nutrition people in this field.
Yeah, that definitely speaks to what I love to highlight on the podcast, which is the value of an individual's uniqueness. It creates a connection that it's like a unique identifier, right?
Right.
It's like no one could do rebel coaching the way you could do it. You understood,
well,
right?
I mean,
it's
and the other part about it is I'm out to help people get well.
Yeah.
And that's why I developed Three Roses Wellness, which is a ministry of sorts that for people who can't afford to pay the $1,000 a month or $300 every other week to talk to somebody else, I have this ministry that I started to help people who can't afford that.
Wow.
And that's my whole mission, is that God has given me a lot in my life, and I want to give back to the people that can't afford the regular health coaching. So I started Three Roses Wellness, and that's where I'm at today. As I'm on this mission to help people get healthy, and if they can't afford whatever they can afford, and we discussed that when they're ready to do this, is how much can you afford to give me? And it will go into a ministry. It will go into a fund, and that fund will be used to help other people.
Yeah. Wow. Well done, my friend. Well done. So where would you let someone connect with you online? Where would you send them?
It's thomunderwood.net. www.thomunderwood.net.
All right. Well, Thom, hey, again, amazing audience. He is the podcast host of the Rebel Health Coach podcast. How could you forget the name of that, right? Again, I had the opportunity to listen to him. He definitely brings the value, and his guests do bring the value. Listen to that young lady. What was her name? Do you remember it offhand, Thom?
Kelly Littman.
Kelly Littman. So yeah, I had the opportunity to listen to that amazing stuff in terms of your children, what they eat, the preservatives, ADD, really amazing stuff. Thom, well done. Let's switch gears for a moment. You're welcome. Let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water.
Oh man.
Thom, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory is living on a lake and being able to swim across the lake and back every summer morning when I got off of work.
Wow. So how old were you?
At that time, I was in high school, so I was working at a restaurant washing dishes. So I'd get home at night from washing dishes in the restaurant, and I would go for a swim every night and just swim across the lake and back.
That's intriguing. Why do you think this memory of all your memories are so clear?
Because you brought the beautiful blue water.
Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Okay.
I love the idea that you said to the beginning of this conversation that you are a small fish in a big pond. I also love the idea that you said that you connect with people that sometimes the other people just would not connect with. And my connection to the entire image that you've created in my mind is your ability to get across that pond, that metaphoric pond, to help other people by doing it first, and then helping others, making them understand that they can do it as well.
Oh man, I appreciate that. That's pretty prolific.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh man, 12 years old. Let me see. It would have had been Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I don't remember the song though.
Yeah.
Which is I don't remember the song.
Yeah.
3 Dog Night was popular then, Chicago.
Yeah.
So those 8 tracks I had in the boat, and my dad had an 8-track player in the boat back then. So that was pre-CDs and pre-MP3 players. So
the good times. Well,
yeah.
Hey, I like to connect things. So you definitely have gone through and put in the blood, sweat, and tears to definitely help others, right?
And I'll continue to do so, brother.
Love it. Love it. Well, Thom, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Thom?
Okay. Yes, I am.
Thom, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I have. I've got a lady that I did a podcast, a 3-part series on breast cancer on my podcast, and she reached out to me last week and wants to start a podcast on breast cancer and breast cancer support. So I'm passing that on.
Wow. Are you married?
I am not.
Do you have children?
I have a daughter. She's 34.
Do you believe in God?
I do believe in God, sir.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Maybe.
What about screen time? The phone under the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
It's more than 8.
All right. After 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, Thom, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours, which stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. The idea being you answer questions, you go through the reflection, and hopefully connect to your mission, which I call your own unique real statement. If you had to share with us, Thom, your own unique real statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
I am a real, genuine person with a mission.
Love it. Thom, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our
No, I appreciate this. I appreciate you reaching out to me, Engel.
Yeah, you are welcome. Thom Underwood, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.